Now, next we have Boomy, another crazy old man. Now, my choice,
Oh boy.
I feel that both of our choices are valid. Okay?
Valid and out there.
And I feel like they are both left field. Now, with that being said, my choice is Samuel L. Jackson. Look at that crazy old man face right there. Samuel L. Jackson can play a crazy old man. I believe he could do it. I believe he could play King Boomy.
Indeed.
Now, I know they wouldn't do it, but it'd be hilarious if Boomy dropped the F word. Motherfucker. It'd be great. Okay?
That'd be really out of left field.
Yeah. But I think he could do it, and he actually did a Netflix movie with Brie Larson. So he's worked with Netflix before. I hope I said the forbidden word. My bad, Seth. But I think he could do it, and I think he fits the character Boomy. Now, Seth's choice is really left field.
Really left field because I couldn't think of
ethnicity wise, because I didn't see this coming. But I sat here and I thought about it, and I'm like, crazy old man, he could do it. So Seth's choice is none other than
Jim Carrey, the the definition of crazy old man. This guy has covered so many wild, spontaneous, and erratic roles with people who think outside of the box in a crazy way. I just thought back to the episodes where Boomy was playing with Aang, playing games, trying to hide his identity, and I thought Jim Carrey could perfectly pull off that Boomy mentality.
And the good thing about Boomy is he's not in a whole lot of episodes, so you don't have to pay the actors as much. You still have to pay them a lot, but not as much.
Boomy's in 3 episodes.
Yes, but he's still awesome. So, on to the next character, we have... Ooh, go ahead, Seth.
John.
For my choice, I have Jet Li. So, Jet Li is fairly older nowadays. And Jet Li is a... nope, not Jet Li. The character, he's a firebender. So, like I said, most firebenders should be Asian. And I think Jet Li is a pretty well-known name. And he'd be awesome. And this is another old character who is not in many episodes. He's also, probably like 2 or 3 as well.
I believe he's only in 2 episodes.
So there you go. You don't have to pay him that much, and he'd be a great choice for this character. Now, Seth's choice is somebody I have for another character, which we'll get to.
Ken Watanabe. We recently went and saw a movie with Ken Watanabe.
I've seen 2.
He saw 2?
Godzilla. 2. He's in Godzilla.
Nice. And just while watching him up on the big screen, and when Q approached me with this fan cast, I was like, well, you know, Ken Watanabe definitely is John in my eyes. He could just pull off the character as a stubborn old firebender that's trying to teach this 12-year-old how to play with fire, but in a wise way.
Now, after seeing Pokemon and then seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters, now he was only in Pokemon for like 10 minutes, but he was in Godzilla for most of the movie. And people would be talking, and I'd be so bored in Godzilla because I'm like, I'm just here to see this giant monster kick this giant monster's ass. But then whenever Ken Watanabe was talking, I was like, man, I can listen to this man talk for a year and not get sick of him.
Amazing voice.
I was like, I didn't even understand what you just said there, but it was awesome. So, like, Ken Watanabe, amazing actor, and I just love it. I love Ken Watanabe. He's a great person, great actor. Great voice. He's an amazing voice. I can just listen to him talk. I don't even care what he's saying. He can call me a stupid fucking idiot, and I'd be like, thanks. Excuse me. Thank you. It's an honor. On to the next one. I believe you say his name as Paku.
Yep, it's Paku.
He's in book 1 for a couple episodes. 2, 3?
3.
And then he's in the last episode, I believe, as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he marries Katara's grandma, if I'm correct. Grand Graham.
That is correct.
So I have Lou Diamond Phillips, who is mostly known for La Bamba. Is that what the movie's called? He's also in a show called Longmire on Netflix, so he's worked with Netflix before, and he did a great job on that one. And I think he would do an amazing job on this one as Paku. Like I said, he's only got to be in. Just drop my fucking pin. He's only got to be in a few episodes, but I think he fits the role. I think you have a little leeway on the ethnicity because he played a Latino in Bamba, and then he played a Native American in Longmire. So he's played different ethnicity before, and I think he could definitely do this. But for Seth's choice, we have a internet popular.
Wes Studi. I'll tell you who he is. He was in The Last of the Mohicans.
See the old dude? See the old one in that?
I believe so. Maybe.
Because that old guy was a badass. Fucking throwing tomahawks and shit.
Yeah. He was also in Deep Rising. I don't know. I just knew he was in The Last of the Mohicans. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway. He is another, I believe... Actually, I don't want to make judgment calls, but yes, he is ethnically, I think, Native American. And I saw him. I was like, dude was a badass in Last of the Mohicans. Paku's a badass in the show. Bam.
I can see it. Next character.
Alright, Q, want to explain why this character's here?
Yeah, he's very important. I'll say his name because I don't know how to say it.
Pian Dao.
He's in like 2 episodes. Alright? He's trained...
in 2 episodes in the last season.
Shut up. He's very important. He trained Sokka. He's a master swordsman, and he trained Sokka to be a swordsman.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Sanada. He is a master swordsman in real life. He's trained all of his life in swords, and what do you call it? Swordscraft? Swordsmanship?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he is. Yeah. So he is a legit master swordsman. Above that, he's been on Westworld, an HBO show, and he actually appeared in Avengers Endgame as the Japanese swordsman who was fighting Ronin / Hawkeye. Now, Seth's pick is a little more unique.
Well, I picked Sifu Kisu, who was the director of the combat and bending styles on the actual show when it was airing and making it. So I went ahead and put him in there because I thought that he looked a lot like Piandao. And from what I know, he has no acting experience. However, I just feel like since he has that discipline...
Neither did Dave Bautista before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. He has the discipline of a martial artist / sword master. So I thought he could definitely pull off being Piandao and teaching Sokka the ways of the sword.
Next character, we have Admiral Zhao, pretty much the main villain of Book 1. Or Season 1, whatever you want to call it.
I'd say the antagonist.
Yep. So I have Donnie Yen, he's been in a bunch of things, but I would say he's most likely known from Star Wars Rogue One. He's also going to be in the new Milan, I know that. He's been in IP Man, there's like a whole trilogy for that. So, Triple X, like I said, Rogue One. He's been in a bunch of movies. He's a high-tier actor. He did great as an old, grumpy Force man in Rogue One. So he'd be an old, grumpy firebender admiral in this one. So she doesn't even become admiral until like halfway through the show. Halfway through Book 1, I guess. But anyway, Donnie Yen, he can do a great job. He's been in Star Wars. Rogue One, one of my favorite movies. Seth's choice, he went with a younger actor. but still a great actor.
Steven Ewan, I believe is how you say his last name.
I think it's just Yun. I think it's Yun. I could be wrong, but he's on The Walking Dead. Stephen Yun. Maybe.
He is. He played Glenn in The Walking Dead. But yeah, Q made the suggestion. I look up this guy. I mean, I already knew who he was, even though I don't know many people. As soon as I saw his picture, I was like, "Oh, that's Glenn."
Some people actually want
like
him as Nightwing.
Nightwing?
Yeah. He's a little too old for Nightwing now, in my opinion. But
yeah,
we'll see. Never know. On to the next, we have Azula. Now for Azula, you have to
Azula, who doesn't appear in book 1.
Shut the hell up. Alright, so for Azula, this is a crazy woman. But I have Tian Jing. I believe that's how you say it.
Correct.
She is in Kong Skull Island. She also shows up in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and The Great Wall with Matt Damon. So she's a great actor, and she actually kind of has Azula's hairstyle in this picture. This was taken off the set of. This picture was taken for the set of The Great Wall, so it kind of has that feel. So I believe she would definitely do the role. She has that Asian. She is Asian, and I believe that she could portray Azula. And like I said, she kind of looks like her. She's got the right chin and the right hair for it.
I agree.
For Seth's choice.
But yeah, I picked Rila Fukushima as Azula. I was looking at her films. I believe she's a Chinese actress. And
she's in the Wolverine.
She's also in the Wolverine. So, well, maybe actually Fukushima's Japanese. What am I saying? What do I know?
I don't know.
Anyway, I was looking at some of her roles, and she plays, real mean, like characters. And Azula's a mean character, very conniving. So I just thought, hey, she can pull it off. And I couldn't find anybody.
Now, our next character.
Oh boy.
Hold on, my choice for I look at this actress, see her in the Wolverine. She can do this. She can pull this off. Say her name again, because I don't know how.
Rila Fukushima.
I believe she is a great pick for this character, and she kind of has her hair at the top right there. If she just were to separate her hair into like two pigtails or ponytails, whatever those are called. She's kind of like she doesn't speak that much. When she does, she's kind of a little fierce is the word I would say. But Seth's choice.
Alright, wait. Oh, no. Okay. Well, here we go. So, story to this choice. I was tired. I was getting annoyed because I couldn't find anybody. I was like, you know what? Mai's emotionless. You know who else has no emotions? Kristen Stewart. So just throw her in. Doesn't have to try. Throwing shade at Kristen Stewart. But at least I feel like she'd do good there.
Next character we have is Ty Lee. Bit of a hard choice for me, but I have Peyton Elizabeth Lee, which was the internet's choice, moreover than mine. She's in some Nickelodeon show, I think. I don't know, but Ty Lee's just an acrobatic ninja who goes for pressure points. So there you go. Seth's choice.
Teresa Daly. As I was doing research for the fan cast, I saw somebody had mentioned this actress, and I definitely thought, as soon as I looked into her background, that she could pull it off. I can't name her background off the top of my head, but I just looked at her and I looked at Ty Lee. I was like, yep, this is the one.
Good enough. All right. Avatar Roku, which I don't believe he shows up after book 1. He might.
He's in book 2.
Yeah,
I feel.
Maybe. I don't know. I know he's very prominent in book 1, and then he probably does show up again. I just don't remember. But for my pick for this one is Ken Watanabe. Just because whenever Roku talks, he's like giving out a bunch of advice and stuff, trying to help Aang. And then I just sitting here imagining, I'm like, man, who do I want to listen to talk to Aang for just like multiple times throughout the season? To Ken Watanabe. So why would you not want to hear this man speak? He's of course Asian, which goes with the Fire Nation aspect, and he is the grandfather of Zuko as well, or great grandfather.
Yes, great grandfather.
Yeah, on Zuko's mother's side. Now Seth's choice is the sword master himself.
Haruyuki Sanada.
Definitely has the hair for it.
That's what I was thinking mainly. Is can he look like Roku? Yes. Does he have the acting ability? Yes. And he's also a badass to back up Roku's badassery in the one episode where they get flashbacks to Roku's training and what his life was.
There was that one where like Roku kind of took over Aang at that fire temple.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty neat. I was like, what the hell's going on? Next we have Fire Lord Ozai, which is the last character on this list. Well,
don't even.
What?
Nothing.
There are some special side characters that I took upon myself to cast, but Fire Lord Ozai is the last really important big bad. He technically is. We don't see him, but he is in the end of book 1, like the last episode, I believe, and it is voiced by Mark Hamill, which they get him back for the rest of them. But my choice is Daniel Day Kim. He was recently in Hellboy. He's a great actor. He's in a bunch of he's been in a bunch of films. He might have been in a couple shows. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I do enjoy his work, and he just has that Fire Lord look to me. And I also believe that he could play the role of the actor Ludi Lin's father, which is Zuko, because they have a similarity to them, I believe. Now Seth's choice is
Andy Lau. I didn't really know this character that well, or this person that well. Not character. I know Fire Lord Ozai.
He's a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. And Andy Lau usually plays the protagonist in films that he's in, but I thought, everybody... Oh, there we go. Everybody likes to play the villain every now and then. And I just, looking at him and imagining him with long hair and a stern face, I could definitely see him being Fire Lord Ozai.
I can see it. Now, the next character we have is Combustion Man. Now, he only shows up in book 3.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
When did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember doing it.
I did this.
Oh, okay.
I took upon myself to cast some side characters that appear only for like a few episodes here and there, just to add a little fun. But you look at Combustion Man, and the immediate thought that comes to my mind, mentioned earlier, none other than Dave Bautista. I mean, look at these guys side to side. Right? You shave his head, that's Dave Bautista in animated form.
It is.
Right? You get rid of the glasses. Now he shoots those explosive things out of his head. I don't think he ever speaks. Actually, I think he says one thing maybe. But he's only in book 3, or is it book 2? Or is it
He's only in book 3 for
at the beginning, right? At the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, he's in a few episodes because he's trying to constantly assassinate. Yeah.
Now, there's only 2 people we see with this power, and that's just this guy, and then one from the Legend of Korra. So it's pretty unique power. But just look at these people. That's Dave Bautista. Now the next one we have is Cabbage Merchant. Now I know you didn't know about this. Now this is just.
Well, I knew about this, but you said you had the perfect pick.
He shows up in one episode. Actually, he shows up in a couple because we hear him. He's like, "My cabbages." And then we learned in Legend of Korra he built like a giant cabbage company. So he's just this fun, wacky character, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, who do I want to hear and who could scream perfectly my cabbages in like the background, and just this goofy, an actor could pull this off, and that is definitely Ken Jeong. if I'm saying that right. Mostly known,
Yep.
of course, for his role in Hangover. He could definitely do this, and I think I might. Nope, that is the last one. So that is all of our pick for cabbage, or for cabbage. That's our pick for Cabbage Merchant. But these are our casting choices for Avatar. Like I said, we should be getting casting news pretty soon. And that will be covered in the weekly news, most likely. Weekly news is for whatever happens that I feel like doesn't need to be its own video, but could be added into a larger video about other things. So make sure to hit this like button if you agree with our choices. Leave a comment down below for your choice. Hit the subscribe button to stick around and see Seth's new series starting next week. First video, Attack on Titan, pretty popular anime. Hit the subscribe button, stick around for that. Coming next week. We got some other videos coming next week. We got a special video coming next week along with some more Arrowverse rankings. So hit the notification bell to see when these videos are coming out. And I will see you in the next video.